friends. I'm just going to light some incense and then we'll get started with some Reiki. Welcome in, friends. Hi, how are you? Alright, I'm going to start getting ash all over. So that was our nice little smoke cleanse, just to kind of clear up the energy. Good, I'm so good. Give me a sip of water. I know I've been coming on during the days and doing Reiki and reads. So that's what I'm doing this morning. I'm just starting with the smoke cleanse. I'm going to bring in some Reiki. And then I've been doing free readings. I don't know what kind of filter I have on here today, you guys. It's Thursday. Yes, of course, hang out. You just need to let go. Thank you for the follow, Rita. Everything that has gone on so far this week, just release it, let it go. From right now, you get to start fresh and clean, moving into the weekend. Thank you, Miss Tony. Right now, the music that I have on is spiritual protection and removing all heavy negative energy within and around you. So that's our intention this morning. And then today is Thursday, which is Jupiter Day, where we kind of focus on manifesting abundance as like a weekly, daily ritual. So I brought some moss agate to bring in that natural, abundant energy. This is just clear quartz to amplify, strengthen, support. Thank you for the follow, Tina. Thank you, Gregory. Thank you, Steven. Thanks, guys. Oh, she has affirmations coming up. Okay, this one says, there was no one in the whole universe that is just like me. I am unique. That is my power. This is my strength. I wasn't even paying attention. I practice energized awakening. Autobot. That sounds really interesting, Stephen. That sounds super cool. All the answers to every question I will ever ask are inside of me. That's really cool how they have the affirmations on there. I didn't even know. I am a good, loving person, and I do not have to prove it to anyone. Pretty cool. Okay, let's switch to the moss agate. That feels better. Ooh. Stretch, crack, pop, whatever you gotta do. I'm sweating, y'all. Okay. Let's go to the moss agate. She's so beautiful. She has a little bit of like sparklies in there. So this is moss agate for in abundance, prosperity, good health, good energy. Oh, thank you so much, Stephen. I appreciate your support. Thank you. I accept and receive. Thank you, Stephen. That's beautiful. Thank you, Jane. Oh, much better, you guys. Oh, okay. I have Jay first for a reading. So, using, that was moss agate, a raw moss agate with some druzy quartz on it. I have 2 of them. They're like little sisters and I love them so much. They're my favorites. Okay, so I'm going to start in the mornings by doing about 15-20 minutes of Reiki, depending on how much time I have. And then I am going to hop into doing some free tarot readings, just because I'm just kind of getting used to doing readings on here, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So if you would like a free reading, you can go ahead and put your question in the chat. I already have one person. I have Jay on my list. A couple announcements. I have my books opened, so if you want a private reading, you can go to the link in my bio and schedule through there. Exciting. Let me think if there's anything else I want to say. I don't think so. But I am going to change the music vibe for readings to something a little bit more upbeat. And I like it when we have like the music vibes in the background. Alright, Jay. Did you have a question? A specific question or an area that you would like me to pull on? Like relationships, love, finance, work, or a specific question. I'd be happy to answer for you. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, area of finance. Let's see. What do we think about finance for Jay? What does she need to hear? I have the 2 of Pentacles coming out for you. The 2 of Pentacles is giving choices. Like this way or that way. I feel like this is either choosing a direction that you're going to be heading in, or like in what to do with your finances is kind of what this feels like. What to do. It's like spend it, save it, use it towards this or use it towards that. Like it feels like you have choices that you have to make here. Does that sound right? Jay. Yes. Okay. Well, you have the worlds coming up. So I would say while you're making your choices, what my advice would be is that there's an ending happening. So if one of your choices, thank you so much, there's something that feels like it needs to come to an end in order to move forward, because you also have the Page of Swords coming out, which is kind of a new thought process. So I would say that if your choices are between, say, something in the past or something that is kind of like, I want to say stagnated right now, and something that's a little bit more risky, I would go with something that's a little bit more risky. Let the past close out the past and move forward. I hope that makes sense, because this feels like a fresh new energy, a fresh new mindset, not moving backwards, definitely progress. And the world here is like closure. Yes, closure and ending of a cycle. So I feel like we're ending something and moving forward. So I feel like that's going to help you drop one of these options. I just did a reading today where the Two of Pentacles came out about options. So you might want to check that one out. It should be like one of the very first reads. Okay, guys. Yes, I'm doing reads. Does that help you? I hope it helps. Baby, believe me, it's only a matter of time. Yes, thank you. You are so welcome. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys. I have a review post pinned to the top of my profile. If you feel called to leave me a review, I would super duper appreciate it. Okay. So I saw someone else had a question. I'm still doing reads, so if you have it and you want to repost it for me. Always be my baby. Always be. For free reads, if anyone has a question, you can go ahead and put it in the chat. Or if you have a specific area that you'd like me to look into, I can look into like love, finance, general relationship stuff, family. I don't do health on live. I do private. Look at this hair today, you guys. Will I see my son anytime soon? Miss Jane Doe. Let's get you some cards. I do offer private sessions, one-on-one. Okay, so I'm going to answer Jane's question here. And then Gregory, I'm going to put you down. I might have to have you retype that for me because I may not remember. So will I see my son anytime soon? This is the custody thing. Okay. How about, I want to phrase this so that I can get you the best answer possible. You have your daughter and your ex took your son. Will you see your son anytime soon? How about, I'm going to say we're just going to do like a general like look into family, and we'll just get into it. We'll see what comes out, because it sounds like there's a lot going on. Okay, I have the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Five of Cups coming out. I read intuitively, so this to me is saying you will see him as he gets older. I think right now there's a lot of grief on all sides. This is showing him growing up, getting older, progressing in age, maturity, wisdom. He's 8. So I feel like as he gets older, you will be able to see him more. But I feel like right now there's a lot over a year. I'm so sorry, Jane. That is awful. I do want to tell you that there's hope for the future. That's what 100%, if I didn't think that that's what was coming out, that's what I'm seeing. As your son grows older, I do feel like you guys will have a connection. With the Five of Cups coming out, I know this is hurting you bad. This is big time grief. Eight of Swords, it's really affecting you mentally. And I think that you needed to hear this today, that as time goes on, things are going to get better. under investigation. I think things are going to move in your direction. I really do. And I will pray for you, Jane, because that is rough. I know this is hard for you. I can tell. I hope that helped. If you guys see me over here, I'm just cleansing my deck. Okay, I think I have Gregory up next. You're welcome. And he was having questions about art studio. Online art studio for sales. Thank you. Grieving a child who is alive. I'm so sorry, Jane. That is so hard. I have 3 kids. I just can't imagine. You are definitely in my prayers. Are you still hanging out with us, Gregory? Because you want to know if you should do like online sales for your art studio. And I would love to answer that for you if you're still in here. Thank you for all the likes, you guys. I super appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Online art sales. The vibe feels really good. I want to say it might be like slow going, but not to give up. But let's see what the cards say. 3 of Cups, 3 of Wands. I would say absolutely, yes, you should do online art sales. And I was wrong. I don't think it is going to go slow. I think you're going to see actually some quick progress with this. Celebration. Yeah. And then we also have the High Priestess coming out. So I feel like you are really intuitive when it comes to like, I want to say like product placement, or like, I feel like you have a really good eye for what people want. And I think that that's going to help you. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. The Knight of Swords. Yeah. Definitely the White Knight coming in. I think so. I think this is good for you, Gregory. Feels awesome to me. I mean, I don't think it could have come out much better. One thing I'll say, it feels like you could use grounding because we had water and fire coming out. I feel like grounding can help, and like it just feels like very exciting. So I feel like grounding, making sure that you're starting with a really firm foundation. That would be my advice. Okay, Jacqueline. I'm just writing down everyone so I can keep track of how many readings I'm doing during the days. Will my situation get better? Miss Jacqueline, will your situation get better? Your situation will always get better in the long run. So if you want to be more specific for me, I would love to get a little bit deeper. You don't have to if you don't want to. I can pull on just a general situation. That's fine. But if you want to get more specific, feel free. In general. Okay. Will your situation get better? I want to do, let's see. Ooh. So what do we have coming out? The 10 of Wands, which is like burden, responsibility. I definitely understand why you're asking if it's going to get better, because it feels difficult and heavy right now. Like everything feels like it's difficult, even if it doesn't necessarily need to be difficult. It almost feels like that dark cloud following around, because we have the moon as well. Yeah. And it feels like almost not being, I need to fix this. It feels almost like not being able to like catch your breath or come up for air. And the moon is giving like illusion and not seeing things clearly. And then we have the 6 of Cups coming out, which is like a nostalgic kind of vibe. I feel like you're making things harder on yourself by basing something like your expectations of yourself on like a past version of yourself. Does that make sense? it's like you're idealizing a different version of yourself instead of like loving who you are right now and being happy with who you are right now. I hope this makes sense. Okay. Oh, we have the Four of Wands that wanted to pop out and the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like you can rebalance your own energy with routine, like positive affirmation, like mindset routine. Does that make sense? It's just like choosing the best version of yourself. What is the best version of yourself that you feel the best in every day, and choosing to show up as her and releasing these past expectations. Just who you want to be right now and who feels good to you to be right now. And that's how you're going to find clarity, is becoming present and getting in the present moment and just like being consistent and showing up as her and not being hard on yourself. Not comparing yourself to other versions of yourself, because there's no point. You're only you who you are right now. You can't be those other versions of yourself. You can use them as inspiration though. You know, if there was a time where you were really super creative and artistic and, you know, right now you're not, don't be hard on yourself. Just use it as the starting off point, as an acknowledgement of a want or a need that your soul is asking for. I hope that makes sense. I went off on a little bit of a tangent there. I'm doing free reads if there's anyone in here who needs a free read. I'm going to write down so I remember your name. I'm just pulling cards. I have free, or not free, I have paid private one-on-one sessions available right now. The link in my bio if you prefer a private session. But I'm just doing free cards. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. I'm just doing free polls. So if you have a question, go ahead and put it in the chat. And I'm listening to the ladies of the 90s. TLC right now. But I don't think that I'm allowed. I don't know if I'm allowed to have music on. Thanks, Julie. You like a free reading? Awesome. Do you have a question? I'm going to write your name down just because I'm trying to keep track of how many readings I do. Thank you, Julie. That's so nice. Do you have a question, or you just want some insight? So tell me what you want. What you really, really want. I'd be close again. I'm sorry that you're going through that, Julie. I'll pull for you. Let's see. I want to cleanse this deck because I don't remember if I did or not. Will Julie and her son be close again? How about if I ask, because I want to get a little bit deeper, if I ask how we can make your relationship with your son better again? How can Julie and her son have a better relationship? And then we'll get into it from there. Would you understand bad habits being an issue here? And if not, that's totally fine. Just yes or no. I have a feeling of like unhealthy attachments or bad habits. You don't think so? Okay. We have the Devil card coming out, which is just toxicity, negativity, bad vibes, right? And then the Page of Swords, which I think is like, I think this is you. I know that it could be assumed that this would be representative of your son, but I think that this is you. I think that you are leaving behind toxic patterns and mindsets. Does that make sense? I feel like you're having maybe doing some reflection, some personal reflection, and I think you do have a new outlook that would be beneficial to your guys' relationship. Does that make sense? Yeah. It's because we have the Knight of Cups, which I think, yes, you will be close again. Look at all the hearts all over there. I think that if you put in effort and don't question yourself, like put in the effort. When you want to call and you want to say I love you, call and say I love you. Put yourself out there. Be the gushy ushy mommy. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, you don't have to smother. I'm not saying smother. But like, you have those feelings, share them. Express them. You know? I think that could help. He's so defensive and angry. So you know him and you know the best way to approach him. So maybe it's not saying, I love you so much, I love you, but in a way that he would appreciate, you know? Maybe it isn't exactly how you would want to approach the situation, but if you know that it's something that you're doing that's showing that you care and that you see him and that you know that it's something that he would appreciate or enjoy, maybe that could be a good first step. And just to prove, like, and show, I have a different mindset about things now, and I really want to make things work, and I'm willing to put in the effort. Because that's for sure. I hope the best for you. We have so many parents right now who are in separation from their kiddos, and my heart just breaks. We erased him. Oh, there's a lot. Couldn't give him. I'm sorry, Julie. Sometimes you just have to have that moment of detachment for there to be reflection, for them to understand, and just have the moment to be angry and let them have the anger. Because a lot of us as kids, we didn't know how to process anger. So once we get into adulthood, that's our kind of opportunity to like process all that stuff and let it out and deal with it. And as long as you are working on yourself and are able to, you know, see whatever part you played and be supportive and be there from him and don't turn your back on him, I think that there's a really good possibility that things can get better. Truly. For sure. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. A fresh start, positive, new energy coming in. I think you might have like a surprise. Look at myself daily. He won't. That's all you can do, Julie. Ace of Pentacles. And I think that he, with the Page of Swords coming out, there might be some revelations that he's having as well. You're welcome, Julie. I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope that this helps and gives you a little bit of hope. If anyone needs a free reading, go ahead and pop your question in the chat. Zay, great hope. Thank you. I'm so glad. I'm doing free readings. If anyone wants one, just pop your question in the chat. Otherwise, I'm offering private one-on-one sessions. You can book those in my link tree. I'm doing them in the evenings, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I pretty much have same day availability on the days. I think I'm only don't have anything open on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Cracked open. It does. Sometimes it takes going through something to recognize. It really does sometimes, unfortunately. Thank you. Thank you so much, Julie. That was beautiful. Look how pretty that is. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Can I just get a general? Of course, Annie. Let me cleanse here. Say, baby, I love you if you ain't running away. Kind of shady. Thanks for the follow. Days around you. Say, baby, I love you. Okay, Annie, I gotta write your name down so I remember because I'm keeping track. Baby, wanna say my name. Okay, Spirit, what do we want Annie to hear today? You have the 5 of Wands coming out. Thank you for the follow. It was a divorce after his wife said my last. Oh my God, that's awful. Oh my gosh. Well, I feel like we have the 5 of Wands coming out for you, Annie. So I feel like you have some chaos afoot. It feels like you have I feel like you don't even have a chance to sit down. Does that make sense to you? I feel like you're all over the place right now. I feel like you have a lot of projects going on. Would that make sense? I have the Page of Cups and the 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands feels like a lot of whiplash is kind of how it feels to me. I know I look so crazy on here today with this filter, whatever. I don't know how to fix it. My name. I have a lot of internal adjustments going on. That would make sense because with the Page of Cups, okay, that makes sense. The Page of Cups, would it be are you doing inner child work? Oh, is it someone else? And the High Priestess coming out. Internal adjustments is standing out to me as spiritual work. A cycle breaker, yes, always. Girl. Okay. Inner child healing with the High Priestess coming out and the 5 of Wands. What is this? I feel like you have something that you're going to be working on, project-wise. So maybe there's a new element that is coming in for healing. Of course. That might be what this read is about because I am not picking up on a message for you. I do feel like you might have a new, your soul knows that something new is coming in with the High Priestess coming in here. But the Page of Cups is there's something new that you're going to be working on. And I know that that's not the typical meaning of the Page of Cups, but in this card, he's painting a picture. And I feel like you have a new picture that you're going to be painting. Vibrational artist. Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you. I was I absolutely know that there's some kind of a creative project. Oh, you moved through a divorce. Well, I think it might be time. And I know that with the 5 of Wands coming out, it feels like things are hectic and crazy. But this could be a really good getting back into your art and starting small. Because it's oh, that makes so much sense with the High Priestess coming out. It's spirit art. Right? Spirit art. I love that. That showed up for you, Annie. That's so cool. Let's see what the bottom of the deck is. The Hanged Man. And you said you've been out of it. I was 15 year trauma on yesterday was the anniversary. I'm so sorry, Annie. Oh my goodness. Well, this is showing you being kind of in this place of stagnation over the past probably few years. And maybe it's time to make a move into your spirit art. This week has been rough, you guys, for a lot of people with anniversaries, divorces, breakups, splits. It's been a rough week. I don't know what has been going on, but has someone come through. He's been gone 2 years Tuesday. Oh, Grace. I'm going to start opening my books for private mediumship sessions. I haven't done some things I needed to clear. Yeah. I'm not comfortable doing them live yet, with doing mediumship reads on live. So I want to do some private reads and then see how I feel. See how it goes. It makes me nervous. We all have that though, right? Things to clear before you can, you know, you have to do it. None of us can escape the work. None of us can. It comes around, if you don't learn the lesson the first time, it comes right back around the second time, the third time, and the fourth time. That's for darn sure. Thank you, Annie. That's so nice. I appreciate you for being here. Come through. I'm so sorry. Grace. All right. Well, that was really good today. How many reads did I do? I did 6 reads. I think I'm going to hop back on. I'm going to go pick up my son from school here in like an hour. So I'm going to hop in the shower. I'm going to come back on later. So if anyone wants to hang out, give me a follow. It's been a bad month. It has been September. I have to agree, Grace. It has just been... I'm ready for October. I'm so ready for October. Thank you guys for the follows and the likes and the gifts and the heart me's and everything. I love you guys so much. I'll see you later on today. I'll probably come on and do some more free reads. So share with your friends and let them know. Anybody who you know that needs a reading, send them my way. Okay? Love you. Bye.